Excellency Professor Mari Elka Pangestu, Indonesian Special Presidential Envoy for International Trade and Multilateral Cooperation, Distinguished Special Advisor to the Minister on Ecology and Marine Resources from the Ministry of Marine Affairs and Fisheries of Republic of Indonesia, distinguished panelists, moderator, ladies and gentlemen. First, apologize, I cannot attend in person this important session in COP29 Baku. Indonesia is the 14th largest country in the world with land area of 191.4 million hectares. 63% of the total land area, or about 120 million hectares, is a forest area. The forest and land use, or we call it FOLU, sector plays an important role in reducing emission in Indonesia's NDC. The government has set a target of achieving greenhouse gases emission reductions level of 500 until 729 million tons CO2 equivalent by 2030 in the FOLU sector of the 70% until 25% of the NDC 2030. This sector plays a crucial role in offsetting emissions from other sectors that face constraints in reducing their emissions, particularly the energy and industry sectors. The FOLU sector's ability to maintain the net sink from 2030 onward is vital for Indonesia to achieve its net zero emissions target by 2060 or sooner. We are also pleased to report that social forestry, which has been implemented over an area of 8.2 million hectares from the total target 12.7 million hectares, is being carried out with the dual activity of improving community welfare and supporting effort to reduce the rate of deforestation and forest fire. The report mentioned that the cumulative economic value of the social forestry business group as of August 2024 was 1.86 trillion rupiah, generated through a range of the approaches including agroforestry. Nature-based solutions deliver the benefit by reducing greenhouse gas emissions, enhancing biodiversity, improving ecosystem services, and securing safe water resources. The potential of nature-based solutions globally is estimated to be 6.7 gigaton CO2 equivalent per year, and Indonesia is about 15%, similar to the Brazil. Understanding its role in tackling the climate change, nature-based solution, specifically for mangrove, is extremely effective at storing carbon. Currently, Indonesia is targeting to rehabilitate for about 600,000 hectares from 3.34 million hectares of the mangrove forest ecosystem. For strengthening mangrove, specifically in the international cooperations, the government of Indonesia initiated the Mangrove Alliance for Climate as a co-lead with the United Arab Emirates, aims to foster world's mangrove ecosystem conservation through several programs and financing mechanisms. In COP29, it's targeted that the MAC will be joined by 49 countries and will hold the second ministerial meeting on the November 21st, hosted by the UAE. Under these cooperations, International Mangrove Research Center will be also established in Bali, Indonesia. In relation with the mangrove and blue carbon, the government of Indonesia collaborated with World Economic Forum to establish the first National Blue Carbon Action Partnership, or NBCAP. I'm glad to reiterate further that Indonesia is currently conducting a pilot project for the mangrove for the Coastal Resilience Project through the collaboration with the World Bank. This project will also include the development of the MRV, especially for below ground method for the mangrove ecosystem. In closing, we would like to invite all the stakeholders to carry out reforestation, rehabilitation, and protect the life inside the forest. So thank you very much.